Hello everyone, today is my second to last day in Fukuoka. Tonight I have reservations at a restaurant for Motsunabe, which is Japanese beef intestine hot pot, and I'm really looking forward to that because it's a signature dish in Fukuoka. For my first stop this morning, I'm going to be heading to Ohori Park, which is one of the largest parks in Fukuoka, so let's go. Now that I've made it here to Ohori Park, I'm going to be taking a walk right across the lake behind me to the other side of the park where they have the Japanese garden. Now that I made it across the lake, I decided to stop for a cold drink at this little cafe. I ordered their original blend of iced yame tea, which is a signature green tea that is incredibly famous in Fukuoka, and it's known for its rich sweetness and umami flavor. That is so nice. This is an incredibly smooth tasting tea. It just has a very gentle bitterness, and then you do get a really light sweetness, and you really just taste the quality of the green tea leaves they use. And it's really so light, and it's the perfect drink on such a warm day like today, especially after walking across the lake in the direct sun. Now I'll be taking a short walk across their Japanese garden, which is really small and quaint. Now I made it here to the Solaria Plaza, where I'll be having lunch at a famous gyoza restaurant chain. This is Ninoni, and the hotel concierge recommended that I try out this place since it's super popular in Fukuoka for their gyoza. I got a few different types of dishes, but I want to start off with their boiled gyoza, and I'm just going to have this one plain. Oh yes, these dumplings are irresistibly juicy just because they've been boiled. You really locks in all the meat juices from the pork and cabbage inside, and then the dumpling skin is irresistibly chewy, and it's the perfect thickness, just enough to hold it together without covering up the taste of the meat. I'm also going to give it a little dip in this sauce that you can add on the side. They give you a little bit of vinegar and chili oil. Oh, that is great. Definitely give the boiled dumpling a dip in a sauce. This gives it a little bit of extra flavor and a kick from the chili oil. Now I want to try the pan-fried gyoza dumplings, and these just have a beautiful golden brown dumpling skirt, just delicately thin and basically just see-through. Oh man, these are just heavenly. They're like the boiled dumplings elevated even further. It is really nice and perfectly oily on the outside and golden brown, and the top is still soft and delicate, and the bottom is just taken on this really crispy and crunchy layer. The pan-fried gyoza are a must. You have to get a massive plate of these. I mean, I just got a few of them, but I think I could eat more than one plateful. They're so good. I also got a side order of their pork fried rice because I saw a lot of other people getting it, and I've heard that fried rice is a popular side dish with gyoza in Japan. I know that this is just like eating carbs on top of carbs because you have fried rice on top of dumplings, but it just works so well. Every single grain of the rice is separated, and I can taste the flavor of just the soy sauce coating every single grain of that golden rice. And then you have all sorts of little pieces of egg as well as pork just to add a nice richness and bulkiness to the fried rice. I mean, this is just a perfect, satisfying combination for lunch. Ooh, I am pretty full after lunch. That was so much heavy food, but now I'm just gonna walk around Iwataya, which is a department store that's right across the street. Now I'm going to get some more food, and I'm going to be heading to a Kakigori shop, which is Japanese shave ice. After waiting here for about 20 minutes, I finally got seated here at Ohori Park. I ordered a strawberry whipped kakigori, which is made with Fukuoka Amo strawberries, and Fukuoka is known for having some of the best strawberries in Japan, so I already know this one's going to be awesome. I think possibly more impressive than the high quality strawberries is the whipped cream they use, because they bring the cream from the factory within 2 hours or less, so that's going to be some ridiculously fresh cream, and I've never heard of anywhere else that does something like this. Alright, it's time to try out this beautiful shave ice. It's topped off with whipped cream, and they also give me extra strawberry syrup on the side. I'm gonna go for a bit of this shave ice with a little bit of whipped cream on top, and it looks like really thick and dense whipped cream as well. That is definitely high quality whipped cream. To me, that tastes like almost like Hokkaido whipped cream. It has such a rich and intense, heavy dairy flavor. It almost tastes like cream cheese in a way, just without the slight tang that you get with cream cheese. I mean, it's almost just like eating whipped butter. It's so rich and intense in the dairy flavor, and I can also tell it's really high in fat because it just kind of coats your tongue as it melts along with the ice. The strawberry flavor is also incredible. It really does taste like fresh strawberries, and as you bite through the ice, it's so light and it just disappears and vanishes on your tongue, and then it just leaves behind a sweet, rich strawberry flavor, and you also get a little bit of crunch from the seeds that they add into the syrup. And if you want a little bit of extra strawberry flavor, they give you this sauce on the side, which I'm definitely gonna add. Alright, let's just get a taste with the extra sauce. Oh, that is just a must. I even taste a little bit of freeze-dried strawberries in there as well, so you get a nice crunchiness from that, and it just really brings that extra oomph since some of the ice isn't quite covered with syrup, so I'm glad that they give you extra. In my opinion, this is some of the best kakigori that I've ever had, and a must-try if you're in Fukuoka. After my cold treat, I took a walk through Tenjin's underground shopping streets. I really loved the design on top, and they had a really cool metal pattern on top of the tunnel. From there, I just headed back to the hotel to rest up before dinner. I just rested up at the hotel for a bit, and now I'm off to dinner at Hakata Motsunabe for a Japanese beef intestine hot pot. Our hot pot just came out, and it's already boiling away since they put it on a hot burner, so we gotta start off by trying our intestine. Let's go for a taste of our motsu or beef intestine. It looks really nice and fatty with a thin strip of meat. Oh, that is wonderful. The beef intestine is totally my jam. It just tastes like a cube of rich, buttery beef fat, and they use really high quality beef. They pride themselves on using beef intestine from young cattle, so I feel like it gives the intestine a really nice sweet and clean tasting flavor, and then as you bite into it, you get a little bit of chew from the intestine itself, which is really fun to eat because it has such a pleasing chewy texture, almost like good noodles. I also want to get a taste of her broth as well, since I ordered their miso broth. Wow, that broth is so salty and rich. I definitely think it's meant to be more of a sauce than to be drinking straight because it's almost too salty. You just get this really intense beefy flavor. Then you also get a real nice oiliness, almost like a good ramen broth from all the beef intestines that have been cooked down in there. And there's also a little bit of garlic chives on top, which add a nice punch as well. They also put little cubes of tofu in the hot pot as well. I love that. They just use really soft tofu, so it really absorbs all the flavor of the hot pot. And it's really nice and delicate, and it just is nice to change it up a little bit so you get something soft to go along with the chewy meat. It also comes with a large plate of raw vegetables like bean sprouts, cabbage, and more of those garlic leeks. And this is to add to your hot pot once the level goes a little bit lower from eating all those fatty beef intestines. This meal also came with this nice small appetizer of daikon radish. That is juicy, light, and fresh, and on top you just have a little bit of a yuzu miso sauce, and it's a really light way to start the meal before you dive right into the hot pot. I also ordered their mentaiko dish, which is a side dish, and this is marinated in their signature cold marinade, which they do at low temperatures to really preserve the quality of these mentaiko, which is salted cod roe just covered in a spicy seasoning. As far as mentaiko goes, this is my first time having like a full piece of mentaiko, because in the past I've had mentaiko flavored things and mentaiko mixed into foods, and I've really liked it. So I'm looking forward to having a whole bite of full mentaiko. Oh, that is so nice. As you bite into it, you get little pops from all the different eggs, and it's almost like eating a whole bunch of little tiny pop rocks just bursting with salty umami flavor, and it's not fishy either. I really love just the spicy coating on the outside. It just really burns you up on the inside, but in a good way. And then the marinade, their signature marinade, it just tastes like a sort of yuzu ponzu sauce, which is really nice, but some of that vinegar flavor really cuts down some of the saltiness of this. Somehow I managed to finish all the motsu, which was so rich and fatty, and then I also finished most of the raw vegetables as well after I cooked them off. So now it's time to try out these champo noodles, which is the best way to finish off your Motsunabe hot pot. We're just gonna go ahead and add these noodles into the hot pot, and it looks like they've been partially cooked, so we'll just have to cook these for a couple of minutes. Oh, this just looks magical. I am stuffed, but I gotta try out these noodles. They're just steaming, and the smell's just awaiting me. Wow, those noodles are dangerous. They're soft, but they're also chewy at the same time, but they're like a sponge. They really just absorb almost like 90% of the fat that's in a broth. So after just taking one bite, I already feel really weighed down because it's so heavy. But that does mean it comes with a lot of flavor, but you really gotta be careful. I don't know how people just eat a whole portion of noodles, because for me, just one portion of noodles is just way too much. Despite that, you definitely gotta finish off your Hakata style Motsunabe with the champo noodles, just like the locals do. What an awesome first experience trying Motsunabe. I had a feeling that I was really gonna enjoy this meal since I love hot pots, and it was definitely the right meal for me. I really enjoyed the rich, heavy fattiness of the Motsunabe and all the additional vegetables in there to just soak up the fat, and then the noodles just to top it all off. If you're in Fukuoka and you're looking for a hot and hearty meal, definitely try Motsunabe for a nice comforting dinner. Oh, somehow I've stumbled back to my room after falling into a deep food coma. What another incredible day of eating here in Fukuoka. Everything I had, from the Gyoza Lunch to that amazing strawberry Kakigori topped off with that farm fresh whipped cream, and that huge hot pot dinner of Motsunabe. All this heavy food is definitely taking a toll on me, and I definitely need to go to bed straight away. Anyways, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for my last day in Fukuoka.